is changing and transforming digital learning systems in and supporting development and management. So, digital transformation has created an urgent need for continuous learning and upskilling. Traditional digital learning platforms are often generic. AI addresses the challenge by enabling adaptive, personalized learning systems that tailor content based on learner needs, track performance and engagement, recommend skill specific learning paths. These supports L&D, learning and development, and talent management. The integration not only improves learning outcomes but also supports talent management by aligning employee skills with organizational goals. The research and objectives are the research problems in is that current digital learning systems often fail to adapt individual learning needs or align with organizational statements. The gap creates challenges in workforce development and talent management. The study has four main objectives to examine how AI enhances digital learning through personalization and adaptability, analyze AI application in talent development and management, identify challenges and ethical consideration in AI adoption, review organizational practices to assess AI's impact on workforce development. The methodology used while doing this project are the study follows a qualitative and exploratory research aimed at understanding AI's role in digital learning and talent management. The descriptive research style was applied to explain current trends and practices. The data sources included are peer reviewed journals and conference proceedings, industry and consulting reports from Deloitte, McKinsey, and OECD, organization case studies from IBM, AT&T, SAP, and Amazon organizations. Content and themes analysis were used to identify key insights and patterns. The AI applications in digital learning are AI supports digital learning through several impactful applications. Personalized and adaptive learning pathways adjust personalized and adaptive learning pathways adjust content and pace for each learners. Automated assessments with real-time feedback help learners track progress and focus on improvement. Predictive analysis identifies skill gaps proactively. AI-enabled chatbots and virtual mentors provides 24/7 learner support. Learning analytics dashboards monitor engagement and progress, enabling data-driven decisions. These applications create a dynamic learner-centric measurement that enhances skill acquisition and workforce readiness. AI in talent development and management. AI transforms talent development in various ways, such as competency mapping and skill assessment efficiently, identify workforce strengths and gaps. Personalized career development plans guide employees in acquiring needed skills. Strategic workforce planning helps predict future talent needs. Performance analytics and feedback provide actionable insights for managers. Data driven HR decisions making enables informed recruitment training and retention strategies. These strengthen both individual career growth and organization talent management. There are various challenges and that come after opportunities, such as data privacy and security concerns, algorithmic bias affecting fairness and transparency, high infrastructure and integration requirements, digital divide impacting equal access for all people, need for continuous human oversight and ethical governments. These are some challenges addressed by AI implementation, and to address these challenges, organizations should establish ethical AI frameworks, upskill educators and HR professionals, invest in scalable digital infrastructure, ensure inclusive and accessible digital learning, promote human or AI collaboration to balance edu- education and automation with judgment. Some key findings of these research is that AI-driven learning improves learner engagement and completion rates. Personalized learning enhances skill relevance and retention. Predictive analytics supports proactive reskilling initiatives. AI strengthens evidence-based talent management decisions, and effective implementation requires strong human AI collaboration. These findings underscore the importance of combining human AI collaboration and AI capabilities with human oversights for transform for transparent uses. For proving this study as practical, there are some case studies from real world organizations. Like IBM used AI application of personalized learning, which resulted in the outcome of 25% course completion. AT&T organization used AI application of predictive reskilling for reducing 15% skill gaps, and SAP organization used AI application of performance insights for 20% skill for 20. Wait, sir, is the screen visible?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
Ma, we can
We
see the
can see
case
it.
studies.
Okay, sir. It's not visible. 1 second, sir.
We can see the case study slide.
Yeah, correct.
Whether you are moving the
Okay,
slide?
sir. No, sir. It just went away from here. Just a second. Can I share it again after?
Yes, yes, please.
Yes, sir. 20% increasing 20% skills efficiency, and Amazon Career Choice applied adaptive learning for reskilling 3 lakh plus employees, 3 lakh plus employees and 7 lakh employees globally. The conclusion of this research is that AI acts as a strategic enabler of digital learning and talent development. It improves personalization, workforce readiness, and organization agility while supporting data driven HR and learning decisions. Ethical frameworks and human judgment remain critical remain critical for responsible AI adoption. It supports AI learning and HR decision making by data driven results, and future managers and leaders must leverage AI responsibly to achieve sustainable growth and create effective inclusive learning ecosystems. These are some references to prove the credibility of the research. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Anshika, um, thanks for presenting that paper on AI's role in learning and talent management. So I think which is one of the very sought after, I would say, in the HR trends. Okay, I read through the paper. I think your paper was one of the first paper that was given to me. So your paper had a proper structure, like the methodologies, challenges, case studies, and application, all those things that was there. So we have a lot of tables, figures, dashboard, and case studies I saw. So basically, I
Yes,
saw that you don't glorify AI blindly, right? You don't say anything AI is blindly you should, but also you talked about the concerns, bias, privacy, and human AI
yes, sir.
collaboration, and all these things, and how do that link between digital learning and workforce planning and career development, which is, very well articulated. But my concern, it's not a negative thing, but it's more of a concern for me, like because your paper fully based on a secondary data. There was no primary data involved, right? So is there
Hmm.
any specific reason to it?
Yes, sir, because secondary data somehow had was there, and I got like I used peer journals, and organization reports which were credible for the research. So I used those for proving the credibility, and I was able to even see in the case studies the quantitative aspect was also there, as the research was qualitative. So
Okay. And why particularly this approach? This particular approach is chosen, how this rigor was ensured?
qualitative approach,
Hmm.
because sir, AI is evolving, and numbers are not numbers are not appropriate for proving everything in AI, as challenges and strategic recommendations, opportunities, and ethical considerations you'll only be able to find them because of qualitative research.
See, the reason why I asked this back-to-back question is because, see, in the paper throughout, I saw this three or four words back-to-back you used. One is reskilling, performance, adaptive learning. These are the things that you used in your paper. Okay. The
Yes, sir.
reason that is important is because since now we are talking about AI integration in the HR, primarily, I see there is a generational gap between young and the old in the same office, right? How the
Yes, sir.
generational or geography or industry specific focus group could be bridged. Okay, that is something that I thought you should explore in your upcoming, or maybe when you go through, more deeper in the research. Okay, and also terms like
Okay,
when you
sir.
say skills, engagement, efficiency, like you should also define how operationally it is executed, right? It's not just, for
Okay.
example, Amazon 20%, how it is operationally, it is being executed, right? So one final question I wanted to check with you, like which idea that is in your paper right now, which you shared, has, I think you believe, the strongest real world impact?
Strongest real world impact, because artificial intelligence is evolving in every field, and it like digital learning traditional digital learning is very generic. So artificial intelligence digital learning provides personalized different skill, it predicts skill gaps, and personalized information is present which will predict future skills and helps in reskilling and upskilling.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you so much, Anshika.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Over
you,
to
sir.
the next person.
Thank you very
Yep.
much, Anshika ma'am, for presenting the paper.
Thank you, sir.
Before moving on to the next presentation, Kadambari ma'am has to present next. Before that, I request all of you to just switch on your camera for a minute so that we can have a group photo or something like that. We have prepared for that. So I request all of you to kindly switch on your videos. Uh, Parivardhanji, yes, thank you. Aparna ma'am and Kadambari ma'am, can you just switch on your cameras for a minute, please? Is Kadambari ma'am, right, just because some glare is there behind you, right? Aparna ma'am, are you there? Aparna ma'am,
Hello.
uh, kindly switch on your video, please. We can have one group photo for
Okay, okay.
this technical session.
Okay, sir.
Windows P plus P. இல்ல மேல பின் ஸ்கிரீன் இருக்குல்ல அது போடும். Full screen. Okay. Okay. Can you, Aparna ma'am, just tilt down your camera, please, so that. Right. Thank you. Thank you. 1 minute, please. We'll take a screenshot, right? Okay, now it's time. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. So now I request Kadambari ma'am to continue the presentation, please. Thanks all.
Am I audible?
Yeah, sure.
Is my screen visible? I hope my screen is visible.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am, it's
we
visible.
all can see. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kadambari. I'm a second year MBA student specializing in finance and operations. I'm currently doing my MBA from Consti Academy of Management Studies, Trivandrum. This article is about my project. I have converted my project into an article, and it's about the evaluation of the operational impact of ERP implementation at Keltron Knowledge Centers, Trivandrum. This is basically a article which is showing how like the how the the ERP implementation has helped Keltron Knowledge Centers to shift their operational activities much more smoothly. So basically, if saying about ERP is actually enterprise resource planning. It is basically a system or a software which helps in doing the day-to-day operational activities and operational functions in a much smoother way compared to the traditional practices of written works. So ERP helps in centralized data storage. That is, in an organization, there will be many departments, and they all will be interconnected with each other. So they will be in need of the records of each other persons. So when entered into such a system or when using such a system, it will be easy for all the departments to check on these data from a common way, and there will be it will also make sure that there will be less duplication work and less manual errors. So ERP system is basically used for that. And Keltron Knowledge Centers, which is in Trivandrum, is basically a skill imparting educational institution. It is basically an education institution, but it is focusing more on technical and training skill developments. So there will be daily admissions, records, finance matters, reporting, classes, etc. So all will be able to be much more controlled and organized much effectively using CRP system, which was recently introduced to the organization. So my my article, my research is basically on how after the implementation has helped the organizations from their traditional practices to the new practices. So my statement of the problem was that earlier, the administrative activities were mainly done through manual registers and spreadsheets, which may result in data duplication. There will be delays in the processes, and transparency will be very limited. So departments functions independently. So when they will be when like even though they function independently, they will be obviously be in the need of interacting with each other. But in the traditional systems, it will be difficult for them to pass the information slowly, as transparency will be very limited. So ERP, when introduced, helps in mitigating all these inefficiencies, as data duplications will be not possible, since ERP system will shows that it is already updated. Then delays would not be there, as it will be going on smoothly and fastly, and transparency will be very high, as everyone will be able to see the records. So ERP was basically introduced to mitigate all these inefficiencies. And the actual impact of ERP is that it really helps in going forward or doing very ERP. It will help a very lot in the operational efficiency, like day-to-day activities, like scheduling classes, arranging the classes, checking whether all these things are going on properly, whether every admissions are correct. It can also help in checking whether the courses are also doing properly. So this is the basic advantage of having ERP system. So objective is the one is to evaluate the operation impact of ERP implementation, like how after ERP implementation the operations has gone to the next level. Then it also helps in understanding how data handling improvements has been done, workflow efficiency has been done, and how much transparency has been there. It also helping understanding, since ERP is a new system introduced, how it is also helping the users and how the trainings are given to them to effectively utilize these resources. And also, it also helps in understanding not only implementation has to be done, there has to be also checking on that to identify if still any challenges are persisting or not. So this will also help in understanding that also. So the hypothesis, two hypotheses which I have done is one is on ERP implementation has a significant positive impact on operational efficiency. And the second one is ERP user training has a significant relationship with user satisfaction. These are the two hypotheses which I have done. The research which I have done is that I have approached a descriptive and evaluative research where I have gone, seen, and talked with them, communicated with them, seen their records, how the ERP system has been functioning, and all to know more about these things. And a before and after comparative approach was also done. Since when I was doing, it was on the implementation phase, as they has only recently implemented. I was also able to understand how that change or that shift has helped them or how that was challenging for them in all their operations. The research was conducted in Teltron Knowledge Center, which is a government-supported skill development institution. The study was done basically in the centers, uh, uh, centers, and the population which I conducted the study was the administrative and operational members who was associated with the ERP systems. Then a purposely sampling technique was adopted, like so I could understand how the users are able to do the work correctly, or how they have uh, arranged, or how they have adjusted with the new system. So the study is mainly focusing on how the operation processes, such as data handling, workflow coordination, and reporting systems are being handling there properly. And primary data was mainly done through structured questionnaire. I have prepared certain questionnaires and have asked them their opinion, and they have given their answers through which I have understand the thing. The main dimensions which are associated with my questionnaire was data handling efficiency, workflow speed, interdepartmental coordination, reporting effectiveness, and ERP user training. Responses were measured using a 5-point Likert scale. Secondary data which I collected from them include their old ERP generated reports, their institutional records, the internal documentation, etc. These were the things which I did. Then about data analysis, I have done a before and after operational comparison and Spearman rank correlation to test how the hypothesis has done well. These two things also I have done. Then what all things I found out was that ERP system implemented to them was very effective. Like their manual records were shifted to the new system, and they were able to process and do the things much more effectively. There was significant improvement in overall operational efficiency as they were easily able to identify all the things and how their works are going on. If there is any pending works on, they all were able to understand all these things, and it greatly helped in shifting from the manual registers and spreadsheets to the new system. It helped a lot in helped a lot in reducing delays, and also a great lot in reducing duplication works. And there became a centralized digital database so that from the small employees to the big managers, all were able to see the records and understand the systems. Data accuracy and consistency were also very much improving through the system. Admission processing was able to done much more smoother. Student record management was able to be done much more effectively. Fee collection was done effectively. Accounting systems were done effectively. So all these things were done very much effectively after the implementation of ERP. And also we can understand, also I was able to see that interdepartmental coordination was also increased a great lot after the implementation of ERP. So the implications of my study is that first one, managed implementation implications. It showed how the continuous ERP system has helped in improving system utilization. Management support was very essential to reduce resistance to the change, as the system is a new thing given to them. There would be many challenges for the users to adapt to this new system. This was very easy for them to do that. Then operation implementations. The one thing which they had to do, that they had to introduce a new entire system for them. They have to introduce a new system for them to do this. So they prepare that and they introduce a software for them to do that. That software is used by all the Keltron centers residing in Trivandrum, and data accuracy was very improving. Centralized access support was also increasing, and there was also able to do better decision making. Then interdepartmental coordination, as said before, has improved a great lot. Then, since it is a government-supported training institution, ERP system also helped them to improve administration, transparency, and accountability. about research implementation. I have done this from the empirical evidence, and since like there may be biased opinions, since like I have collected primary data, and the how employees see to this change would be different. So there may be a difference in that, but still, from what I understood was that everyone was able to cooperate with that, which with the help of the trainings which was allotted to them. Then, about my conclusion, the study really confirmed the ERP implementation has really helped in a positive way to the operations of Caltron Knowledge Center. The shift was a little tiresome process, but they did a very good work to do that. Centralized data management helped in reducing duplication of work in a great way. Interdepartmental coordination improved a great lot way. Everyone was able to understand how all the departments was performing and how they were able to do this. The ERP system, when I was concluding my research, it was almost in the early stages, as well as it was almost when I was going there, it was in the early stages, but when I was coming from there, it was almost at the end of the early stage. Like they have able to like, finish all those backlogs, and they were able to continue with the present works. Then the study concludes the ERP systems are effective tool for improving administrative performance, not only in training institution but in any institutions. These are some references which I did to study more about the enterprise resource system or ERP. Thank you.
Hi, Kadambari. Thank you so much for the ERP implementation at Keltron Knowledge Centers. Okay. First of all, I would want to congratulate you because like this paper is an evaluation of a very specific context, an institutional context, right? That's number one. And yours is, as you said, it's a primary data revolving around that 111 respondents. So it's a very proper, approachable approach to work. Okay, that's number one. That's number two. One or two things that I really like about this paper. Then the hypothesis is now clearly you stated that you use the Spearman rank correlation. I think Lacrit scale data and all these things that you've used, right? So I would say it's a well-grounded in classic and authoritative ERP studies. Okay, now that's given the framework at the outset. Now I want to understand personally. Now, what I wanted to know is since this study is based on only Keltron knowledge centers, this result of your findings, whatever XYZ, cannot be easily applied to other colleges or other organizations. That's number one, right? Because
Yes.
it's a very limited to your particular context. Number one. Second, now when you took that 111 respondents, like for example, instead of me giving you say there is an improvisation in the perspective or in the framework or in the knowledge understanding, what were the numbers in the 111, right? The exact figures or the percentage is where to be more highlighted. Maybe in your upcoming research, of course, your research will elaborate and more people you'll interview, but that numbers is the key in the paper. That's number one. Also, what I wanted to understood was what part of the work before your ERP and the process after ERP has significantly changed. Tell me that one thing.
Like one aspect is that before implementation of ERP system, everyone was not able to understand how the system was going. If like daily admissions would come, but they don't know how much there will be many calls daily. There will be so much to come for admissions. So like I'm pointing about the admission section first. So that's why I mentioned that. So after ERP implemented system, there will be a clear chart of who all came, who all called, and all. Like before that, like many one like two or three would be attending this thing, so there will be a confusion in all these things. And not taking about admission part of taking about other parts also, before ERP system it was all manual work, so one would be doing that work, and if one is not there, another one will be doing that work. So there will be a log, like only one can understand what they are doing, the others would not understand what is there. But after ERP system, everyone will be recording. There will be a proper a chart where they have to only input things. So this will make everyone to know things, and also every day you don't need to go and ask for that person for the activities of that day. You can just check on the ERP system, you'll understand, okay, these all things are happening on that day. So I think that is one of the change that has done, so which has helped them to know how that organization is working day to day. So I think this is
So,
one thing which I have found before and after
so
ERP.
what I understand is more of an operational area, right?
Yes,
Operational area is where your ERP has helped, correct? Okay.
yes, sir.
Now,
Yeah.
what do you think is the limitation of this ERP also, based on your data?
I think the limitation of the ERP system is that since it's like if there is like as usual saying, not as usual, like it's a thing which we are associated with every system. Technical glitch will be always there, and there is like if we are presenting the script for something and suddenly we are like going on to some other things and just coming suddenly to that, that system will be like suddenly stuck. You have to do again from the starting. So that's one thing I think which I have found in that ERP system. And mostly in every ERP system, the basic thing would be one limitation would be one. The users will be users in the beginning. It would be a little difficult for them to adjust to that, and then it would be like any technical glitches. You have to update the systems frequently according to the time. So that would be, I think, the limitations which will be associated with the ERP systems.
Understood. Okay. Thank you, Kadambari. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kadambari. And
Thank
I think we have one more presenter, Mr. Parivartar. I request you to kindly start presenting. Kadambari, you can stop your presentation so that Parivartar can take over.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I
Yeah.
visible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
You need to start your presentation, right? Only your
Yes, sir. Sure.
the profile is visible.
Sir, is my screen visible? Hello.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, distinguished panel members, fellow researchers. My name is Ranvalkar Parivartan. I'm studying second year in Bachelor of Business Administration in Digital Marketing Specialization at SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Kattinkulattur, Tamil Nadu, India. So today I present research addressing a paradox that fundamentally challenges how we design digital education in 21st century. So my research is titled Bridging Theory and Practice in Digital Marketing Education, a neuromarketing informed framework integrating cognitive load, AI literacy, and attention economy, evidence from empirical validation. So this work synthesizes 4 decades of cognitive science research, emerging artificial intelligence integration, and pedagogy, AI pedagogy, and behavioral economics principles into a unified empirically validated framework for educational transformation. So I'm honored to share these findings with you today. So let me begin with a striking contradiction I encountered during my research. So imagine a hypothetical scenario. A students log into an online learning platform. They have access to advanced AI tools. They are intrinsically motivated, yet something fundamental is missing, and that is institutional guidance. This scenario captures the central crisis driving this research. So 95% of digital marketing students integrate artificial AI tools, artificial intelligence tools in their learning. But here's the problem. Only 22.5% receive adequate report that they are receiving adequate training. That creates 72.5% gap. In our sample of 120 students, this means approximately 87 students per cohort navigate sophisticated AI technologies without pedagogical support, no guidance on appropriate context, no instruction on critical evolution, no ethics framework. So, but cognitive load presents an even more alarming picture. So despite decades of research, still critical gaps exist. So 78.3 of students experience regular cognitive load overload despite 40 plus years of cognitive load theory. 46.7 face attention difficulties attributed to instructional design flaws, such as heavy dense text presentations, less infographics, and not personal discipline. Fragmented approaches fail. Hello. Okay.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
Yeah, sure, sir. So fragmented approaches fail to address interconnected challenges in digital learning environments. So theory practice divides prevents implementation of evidence-based educational principles. So, so to systematically investigate this implementation
Parivartar,
gap.
Parivartar,
Sir?
1 minute. Can you put it in the presentation mode, please?
Okay, so sure, sir. Sorry, sir. Uh, is it
Yes,
okay
yes,
now, sir?
okay. Now it's okay. Just move on to the slide which you are explaining.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Right.
Oh, sorry for inconvenience, sir. Okay. So yeah. So to systematically investigate this implementation gap, I formulated three interconnected research questions that form a logical progression. So question number one, component validation. Do students validate all 7 uh, neuromarketing optimized framework for digital marketing education framework components as educationally important across cognitive, social, and technological dimensions? This question tests whether multi-theoretical approach resonates with learner needs or whether certain dimensions dominate others. Second one is gap identification. What specific gaps exist between current digital marketing education practices and evidence-based pedagogical principles? This question tests a multi-theoretical approach uh, from practical to finding out exact failure points. And um, third one is alignment assessment. Do student design priorities align with research validated cognitive load reduction and attention management strategies? So these 3 questions form a diagnostic framework validating components, identifying failures, and assessing whether students need match scientific evidence. So together they provide a roadmap for evidence-based educational reform. So our research employed a rigorous mixed methods design combining quantitative validation with qualitative insight. So we surveyed 120 to 120 BB digital marketing students, and we received 37.5% participation rate. Those students are from SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Kattankaluru, Tamil Nadu. This is during we have surveyed during November 2025. So survey instrument structure was 26 inch item comprehensive survey across 5 sections. So first section A, we mentioned in section A, framework component importance. So candidates and students have to select their personal importance, which for 7 framework points in 7-point Likert scale. Section B is design improvement priorities and their preferences. Section C is AI tool integrations patterns and usage frequency. How students are using, how frequently the students are using AI tools in their learning. And section D, attention challenges and attribution factors. What attention challenges they are facing? In digital area, uh, we lack attention. So what attention they are facing? Attention challenges students are facing. And in section E, we ask them career readiness and outcome expectations. What outcome expectations they have after completion of online digital programs or SRM, and they are they confident saying that they are ready for joining the corporate world? So we surveyed this in this survey instrument structure. So yeah, so quality data, descriptive statics with triple verification protocols. We verified the data, and we also calculated the median mean of the data. So let me share with the findings. So our research revealed 3 critical discoveries demanding immediate institutional action. So first one is cognitive overload crisis. 78.3, that's 94 of 120 students experience regular cognitive overload in digital learning environments. So the primary design factors identified is dense and text-heavy context, reported by 68.3% students. And second one is passive delivery methods without interaction. When this The problem they are facing is that even though it's a class, it's a live interaction class, but the passive delivery by instructors, their students are reporting that it is not effective for them in digital learning. So passive delivery methods without interaction, it's reported by 61.7% students, and unclear navigation and course structure. The LMS portal and the structure of the whole program, they are reported by 54.2%. And second one is, uh, and also I want to share that these are a cognitive overload crisis. These are not immutable constraints. These are design choices. This indicates targeted interventions, such as this can be solved by shorter video segments, visual hierarchies, such as providing infographics, easy to explain infographics, clearer navigation would substantially reduce cognitive burden. So the science exists, implementation of it. So discovery two is the AI training adoption paradox. This finding may represent the most urgent institutional challenge. So 95% of students use AI tools regularly, yet but only 22.5% receive adequate training. So they have reported that the only 22.4% of students reported that they have receiving adequate training. So uh, they are reporting and this creates systematic risks. So top AI applications, when we ask them uh, on the depth of how they are using AI tools, so they say that research summarization, topic summarization reported by 91.7 students. Homework assistance, let's say it's an assignment, or they want to understand topic better. So that those are reported by 88.3% students, and code generation, which is reported by 74.2%. So critical implementation of this discovery is approximately 87 students per cohort, unprepared for integrated professional environments, as the institutional is not providing sufficient or required adequate training on how to use AI tools, and how to find the biases in the how to fact check that what AI is responding. When the AI is, when we ask the questions, the AI crawls the whole web and they search. Did AI did not do the fact check? Is that fact correct or not? So we have to teach the students how to fact check that is whatever the AI telling, is that true or is it false? So yeah. So yeah. So third discovery is attention as design problem. So 46.7% significant attention difficulties during digital learning. So they are repeated by 46.7% students. A second one, 78.3% student reported attributed challenges to design factors rather than personal discipline or motivation deficits. So root causes of this is, when we ask them, we also ask them why they are giving this such feedback. So when they say that dense text presentation, passive lecture formats, ambiguous interaction, and lack of strategic attention management. So those were the reasons and findings of discovery. So attention sustainability becomes an instructional design responsibility. That's what I say. So yeah. So these three discoveries calls into the NMOFD framework. So NMOFD stands for Neuromarketing Optimized Framework for Digital Education. So this framework integrates cognitive load theory, community of inquiry principles, attention economics, neuromarketing research, and AI pedagogy into a cohesive evidence-based system. So you might have thinking that why integration matters. So why not one individual approach? Why not one narrow approach? And why integrating the 7 components into one? So let me answer you that individual frameworks offers valuable insights within specific domains. Cognitive load theory optimizes working memory constraints. The inquiry community of inquiry framework conceptualizes teaching presence and social presence. AI pedagogy addresses emerging technologies, as students are using, as 92% students are using AI tools in their daily learning. So, but none comprehensively simultaneously addresses cognitive, social, technological, vocational, and ethical dimensions. So, this framework, NMOFD, changes this. It proposes 7 validated complementary divisions. So all 7 components achieved empirical validation, mean ratings 5.40 and 5.75 out of 0.7. So no redundancies, no completing priorities. Instead, 7 complementary dimensions addressing distinct but interconnected aspects of educational excellence. So the consistency of ratings all means clustered with 0.35 points demonstrates genuine consensus. Students don't prioritize one dimension over others. They recognize all 7 matter. So this integration is not piecemeal reform. So this is systematic, multidimensional educational transformation grounded in cognitive science. So, yep. Uh, Let me go through the what we recommend, what I recommend from evidence to implementation, strategic actions that required for faculty and instructional designers. So, first one is cognitive load optimization. Segment content into 5 to 10 minute video models with clear learning objectives and strategic pauses for processing. And second one is visual scaffolding integration, in which we have to deploy diagrams, flowcharts, process maps, and infographics to reduce extraneous cognitive load and enhance comprehension.
Parivardhan,
Systematic
uh,
literacy.
yeah,
Sir?
so the limitation of time, be a little more cautious about the time. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Just give me 1 minute. I'll complete in 1 minute. Okay. So yeah. So systematic AI literacy, as I said earlier, we have to teach them how to fact check and how to find out the biases and how to get to the conclusion of the AI literacy. And second one is attention sustainable designing. We have to design courses with attention sustainability was as primary objective. And for what we recommend for educational administration and administrators and leaders is urgent curricular reform as the address the 72.5% AI training adoption gap through comprehensive curriculum redesign and mandatory AI literacy integration. Also, provide professional development on cognitive load theory, AI pedagogy, attention design, and evidence-based to faculty development investment and resource allocation for redesign and quality. Increase the bar of quality that they're giving to students, quality standards and establishment. So yeah, uh, I conclude with this. The NMOFD framework provides an empirically validated foundation for comprehensive education reform in digital marketing education. So one of the most key takeaway from this is the theory practice gap represents implementation problem and not a knowledge problem. Evidence already exists, so systematic application doesn't. So with 78.3% cognitive overload and 72.5% AI training gap, so the urgency for evidence-based reform is undeniable. So in future pathways, how in future this research can be extended is multi-institutional validation. So this is a few limitation of this research is one of the few limitations of this research is it is just one institutional validation across not across diverse delivery modalities. This is for only digital learning. So in future researchers can validate this across delivery, diverse delivery modalities and cultural contexts, and longitudinal studies tracking student priority, evolution, and learning outcome trajectories. So experimental intervention research also, and emerging technology applications like VR, AI tutoring systems, and AI immersive solution. So these are references I have took on cognitive load theory, community of inquiry framework, AI integration in education, attention economics, and neuromarketing and educational design. So yeah, questions and welcome. So thank you for providing opportunity to present research findings.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
I'm
yeah,
audible.
yeah, again, yeah, you're audible. Thanks, Parivardhan, for the amazing, I would say, integrated framework, NMFOFD, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
sir.
so yeah, really wonderful to see that you talked about AI literacy, attention economics, and neuromarketing. These are the three things that you talked about: cognitive, ethical, um, pedagogical, and vocational dimension. Correct? Yeah. And also, I
Okay.
liked about your data, primary data. N is equal to 120, I believe. Correct?
Yep, sir. Yep.
N is equal to
Correct.
120. Yeah. Yeah. So I saw that, the table that talks about your research question, your methodology, your result, and the discussion and outcome. So
Yep, sir.
Thanks for bringing up this idea. There are a lot
My
of
pleasure.
for me.
My pleasure.
I would call like put this paper if I read. I would say some terminologies a little rigorous. Rigorous in the sense it has to be paid a close attention in order to understand. Yeah. So and
Yes,
also you brought in some actionable recommendations and all these things.
yes, sir.
But to my for my me to understand this paper a little better,
Okay, sir.
one of the things that of course you said this in the end, but because these findings are only based on one institution and very specific to one specialization, so there is you can't make a generalization out of the result that you have got right now. That is number one, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now the second thing what I wanted to understand is you talked about a lot of cognitive overload, attention issues,
Yep. Attention economics.
visualization. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
visualization. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, my understanding is like when you make that statement, right? Like,
Yep,
for
sir.
example, uh, there should be no inferential statistic, right? For example, you should have factor analysis, regression, numbers. And I see that component is missing. That's number one. Uh, Validation should be based on the outcome and performance improvements, not just on the ratings, right? What do you think?
Yep, sir. I agree with you. But these are, I also want to share with you that these are students expressed learnings. Those students are from not only they joined only SRM digital learning course, they have also experienced other digital learning courses, such as uh, let's say if they want analytics Coursera course, and they also shared with me that they also faced the similar issue in their LMS platform.
Okay.
So yeah, when you said that this is a single institutional validation, and in the it has the problem of generalizability. So I also want to share with you that uh, uh, as you said, external validity problem. So when these findings are institutionally validation for from one single institution, but the principles I have talked about, let's say theory, cognitive load theory, attention economics, and communication of inquiry principles, these are the decades of research are finding from thousands of students. I have shared that.
No, no,
And
no. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying your data is n is equal to 120. You have a data, you have defined everything based on that data. I'm
yep,
saying
sir.
your output and your results also will be on that, right? That data is missing is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying about your concept. Concept is clear. You
Yep,
made
sir.
your point clear. That I understood.
Yep,
For example, let's say you talked about the cognitive load, AI literacy, attention economy, and all these things. Which factor
yep,
do you
sir.
think is the most critical in the student success?
AI integration is the critical success. Uh, if any digital learning platform wants to grow in this segment, the they must and they should. This is what my research says, and also as a myself, I am a digital learning. I am a student of digital learning program. I must say that if any course organizers integrates AI support in their LMS, it enhances the quality of and the efficiency of their rigorous course. And the students will feel that in these digital learning platforms, the professors are not they don't get enough time. So when we get AI support, AI tool support, whenever the students feel need for solving the doubts, they go through the AI which is in their AI LMS support. They give a prompt for the doubt,
Correct.
and AI provide the perfect solution and personalized solution for them, right? Yeah, so
Understood. Okay.
that's what I'm saying. AI
Understood.
integration is top one.
Okay.
And I also shared other actionable recommendations to instructional designers.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Thanks, Parivardan. Thank you so
Okay,
much for your
Yes, my
paper.
pleasure.
thank you,
We'll go to the
Parivardhan.
last
Thank you
paper.
very
Yeah.
much.
Yes,
So
sir, my pleasure.
I think the one of the presenters are not available for presenting.
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Harini Hignaker is not available. So
Okay.
it means that we have completed all the five presentations we have completed for the today's technical session. So I request our session chair to give some closing remarks, please.
Yeah. So I think I really enjoyed being a part of this, session because the papers come from wide spectrum of basic, overarching AI perception of NLP to a very detailed understanding of quantum, neuro, level of education, marketing, and so there is a bipolar opposites of discussions that we had. Okay, to start with, maybe Anshika. Uh, she definitely, I would say, had a comprehensive and well-organized overview of how I think artificial intelligence, is reshaping digital learning and talent development, in especially in I think modern organizational setup. So I think so. Though the study is more descriptive, I don't see a lot of data or empirical contributions, but of course that for that presentation, that definitely had a theoretical grounding and deeper analysis. I think I really wanted to appreciate her for that. Then comes to Aparna, where Aparna talked primarily about the conceptual exploration of how traditional NLP feature culminate within the large language model to support the two aspects of mentoring and learning in education. Because being I myself being a part of the education, I like that particular paper, which again talked about the issues of empathy, empirical, study, and how that methodologies could, change the way how it is informed, how it was understood. Right, and then comes Kadambari's that ERP solution specifically to that particular context of that center. I wanted to well, let me look at that center's name. It is Keltron Knowledge Center, right? Yeah, Kelton Knowledge Center. So I really liked how that data, the limited, the respondents, and how that changes the operational, understanding of that particular institution. How implementing that has not only, changed the daily work. Though of course we don't see the numbers there, but definitely I see that Kadambari brought up how it has changed in terms of the frameworks, perspective, and the outlook of that particular daily mundane works has been changed. In fact, maybe be it data, be it transparency, be it efficiency, how that ERP systems is changing. So that measurable outcome, I think enjoyed looking at it. Then comes Ma'am Rekha Ma'am on the, that quantum. That is, I think, something that I didn't expect, that the way how that number and the percentage in which, that's bridging the gap, technical, and then this, I would call this as a hybrid paper. I think that's one of a good architecturally well designed, clearly I would say articulated papers, and which has quantitative validations, baseline comparisons, modern data set evaluation, and also the 20% really shocked me. Yeah, the one that she said at the last. So thank you, ma'am, for that paper. And then the last paper on Ran Walker, on his, how our current training, AI training is much, much more important in very specifically to instructional designing, or people, those who are in the educational industry, how cognitive overload can become a crisis. And so I think all the papers have, you know, um, um, made a specific impact in their respective domain. But to sum it up, what I would say is AI is inevitable. AI is not the later, it is the now. Integrating those in their respective, domain or respective discipline will, and also the literacy that you gain over the period of, years or so in the upcoming years, will definitely put us all, or maybe make us stand tall in the race, AI rat race, right? And of course, it was going to be, it's going to be evident, right? It's going to be empirically seen in the places where we are. So I wanted to congratulate SRM for organizing this technical round, where people brought in multiple perspectives of papers, and discussed about multiple ideas. Thank you for the opportunity to share this as well, and thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Now it's time for the vote of thanks, because we are We have completed the session in a successful manner. So to start off with, I express my sincere gratitude to our respected session chair, Mr. Charles Grant John, for presiding over this session and for providing some valuable guidance. And I also extend my heartfelt thanks to the conference chair, the co-chair, the conveners, and the organizing committee members, and all those who involved themselves in planning and coordinating the conference for their continuous support and dedicated efforts. And I also thank all the presenters for their valuable contribution, which made this technical session more thoughtful, insightful, and fruitful. And my sincere appreciation to the technical team and the support staff for ensuring that we had a smooth and successful conduct of this virtual session. Once again, I thank everyone who contribute any way to the success of this session. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot to all the participants as well as to the session chair, Mr. Charles Grant John. And to conclude, I just remind you about one more day is there, and we have having 4 more sessions tomorrow in the morning. So if the participants are willing to look into what is happening in the other technical sessions, yes, you are welcome. You can join with the same link which you have now. And we are having the valedictory tomorrow afternoon, and there will be showing you the 3 best papers which the session chairs are finalizing. We are having totally 6 sessions. Around 50 members are presenting their papers. From that, we'll be having 3 best paper awards. So that will be disclosed during your final valedictory function. So I request you to come and join in all the technical sessions which is planned tomorrow, as well as for the valedictory section. So thank you very much. Hopefully we expect you to be there in the next sessions. Thank you very much. Meet you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.